Today we're going to be talking about some of our favorite backyard toys. The one that I want to start off talking about, the Super Soaker. It was a water gun, but like big style. It wasn't a single little water pistol. It was an actual water rifle, and it had this big green top, and you would unscrew that, sink it down into the water, fill it up with water, and then it had this pump mechanism on the gun itself, and that would charge up the blast that you were going to shoot somebody with water. And we just had so much fun running around with those. They got crazier and crazier and more advanced. Like, I remember this one kid had one that had a backpack on that he would fill up with water. He never had to refill the thing. There were ones with like double barrels on it, ones that would shoot and blast and burst. Summer, I saw you say you remember Super Soakers as well. They were a blast. Now, I don't even think we restricted it to just like a summertime activity. We were blasting each other with water anytime. I've always been a fan, and I don't know if I was doing it back when I was little, but horseshoes, the horseshoes have got to be one of the oldest games of all time. Ever since they were shoeing horses, we've had horseshoes lying around, and then you just, chuck them at a pole down there on the ground and try and ring it. We also had these things, like, they were like a kid's version of lawn darts. I think that this was before my time, but evidently there were these toys called lawn darts. Was it almost like a javelin that you would throw? I can't remember exactly what it was. But somehow it was this heavy metal spike pointy thing that you would try to throw into a ring way down there across the yard. And people would get killed with it. People, the sharp metal. So those were banned. Those were made illegal. But I had this kid's version. It was like a stick with like this heavy ball on the bottom, so that when you throw it, it always had the heavy ball would kind of land first. And I think you were trying to get it into a ring in the ground. Does anybody remember any of that? Oh, and laser tag. Yes. I had a friend, was it a Ghostbusters version of laser? I can't remember exactly, but I think I might be confusing it. I think he actually had like this Ghostbusters setup, where it was the backpack that Egon or whoever the guys would wear, and it had the piece that you would pull out attached by the tube, and you would get the ghost. I don't remember exactly. We used to love that stuff. The slip and slide was great. So we had enough of a hill in our yard to lay down this slip and slide. And then what? Was it just water that sprayed onto the thing from like a sprinkler? Did you have to soap it? How do y'all slide down this thing like that? But those were fun. Are slip and slides still a thing? Summer, cornhole, I've heard of it. Is that the one that you see people play at the beach, where there's like a slanted board with holes in it and you're throwing beanbags into it? Is that what that is? I can't quite remember. What's going on, Cody? Good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, it looks like Josh wrote that one down here. Beanbags and cornhole. I think that is what I'm referring to. What's up, Christina from Florida? Laser tag, yes, I know. I wish I got to do that more, but if you had a pool, you had sticks and rings. Holy smokes, I haven't thought about that in forever. We had both. They were like weighted rings. And then, yeah, there were also like, maybe did they glow in the dark or have a light inside of them? It was kind of like this cylinder, and you would throw those down into the deep end and dive under. Were you guys goggles wearers? I like to wear goggles when I could. I used to be afraid to open my eyes in the water. Eventually somebody was like, just do it. So I tried it. And I guess the chlorine of a pool sort of irritates your eyes, but you can open your eyes for a little bit underwater. It's fine. But goggles were great. I mean, I could go down and grab all those darts, and yeah, the pool was absolutely great. I used to like rolling down on a grassy hill. All right, there you go. We're going back old school now. I have rolled down my fair share of hills myself. Yes, yes, indeed. I had a swing set, and then what we used to call the castle. It was a plastic playground. Oh, I'm trying to remember now. This is going way back. It had like a series of stairs that you would kind of go up to a higher platform. I mean, honestly, the whole thing was maybe like 7 or 8 feet tall. It seemed huge when I was a kid. And yeah, standing up there at the top of the castle, and I think that had a slide that would come off of it too. Oh, it was so much fun. And then snow stuff. So is a super tuber a regional thing, or is that a brand name? We used to have what we called super tubers, and they were big, like inflatable kind of like what you'd use like a raft in the swimming pool, a big circular ring. The Super Tuber really required you to get a path going. So generally somebody would like push the first guy down the hill on the Super Tuber, the first run, and then a second and third. And by that point, you sort of compacted the snow enough. There were these other sleds that were made out of metal. It was like wood slats that you sat on and then metal skis kind of underneath it. When you would sit on it, you'd put your feet out to the front, and up in the front of it, there was like a piece of wood that you could kind of push with one foot or push with the other, and it sort of steered this sled a little bit. Those were good.